I think that's just a
Oh,
tongue
greetings.
twister. Hi.
I hear,
Apologies.
Mr. Doctor of the Mind.
Yeah, I was on my way to the
Hello.
portal, but I seem to have lost my way somewhere along the way.
You're really
It's very
close.
dark.
Well, you
Hi.
can always stop by and say hello.
Of course.
How are you doing
With my
today?
pleasure. Doing fine. Just on my way to the city trying to buy some paintings,
you?
actually.
Oh, that sounds quite lovely.
Oh,
So-
you're trying to get up there too?
Lucille was telling me that your office is up and... Oh, dear God, your horse really loves me.
I am so sorry.
It's all right. I'm tiny. I can fit under it. That's a good thing.
You know, he is wise to run. He is my fourth horse, and it's only been the fourth
Oh
day
my-
since I'm here in these lands.
Poor horse. What are you doing to those poor things?
Don't listen to him. You're fine. You'll live.
The only thing I can assure you of is that it wasn't intentional.
All right. So Lucille was informing me that you have your office of the mine thing open.
That is true.
She was saying something about how terrible memories could prevent you from having some issues. Do you have to cut the people's mind open to fix it?
Figuratively speaking, perhaps, but I can assure you that I am not a surgeon. I don't cut people open, and I don't see what's inside.
Okay. Well, if you don't do that, then I was wondering if maybe I could make an appointment to see if maybe you could help me work through some issues of why I can't shift again.
Absolutely. Anytime you want. My door is literally always open.
All right. I'd like to be able to shift again, but I've not since a very terrible memory, so...
I see. That is quite interesting. A fae and also a shifter.
Mm-hmm. My parents were.
I see. Well, you have quite a heritage.
Yes.
Well, Katinka, I would be honored if you could find some time in your busy schedule and visit me.
Yes, I'd like that.
The
Wasn't
least,
until Lucy said that I didn't realise that it might have a reason of why I couldn't shift.
well, there could be some underlying reason, of course. The least you will get out of it is a nice cup of coffee or a tea that I will invite you to, and perhaps a little talk that we can have.
All right, that sounds not too terrible. I think I could do that.
Very well. I'll be looking forward to it.
Wonderful. Do you know round about what good hours you would have would be good for you?
Well, since you're my client, I'll make time for you.
All right.
When would be the best time for you? Just tell me, and I'll try to find an opening.
Well, any time from here until good lord.
Very well. Since we are neighbors, why don't you
Yes.
come by and visit? I'm not saying we can do it right now, but perhaps,
No, of course.
perhaps in about. You know what? I am sure that if you just visit and see anyone from our place, they should be able to reach me.
All right. Sounds good.
Perfect. And who's your friend over here? Is she a part of your establishment?
Sophia. Nope. She's Teddy's cousin. Don't want to speak for her. I'm sure she can speak for herself.
Wait, which one is
I'm
Teddy?
Teddy.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you've not met Teddy? Teddy, you've not met Jonathan?
Pleasure to meet you,
Hello.
Teddy.
This is the Doctor of the Mind. He's our neighbour.
Doctor of the Mind.
Yeah, this is good. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, it's not a terrorist. That's what I was told. It's not a
Psychologist.
therapist. It's a therapist. That's what they call them. Yes.
Therapist, huh?
Indeed.
Interesting. I'm Lulu.
Nice to meet you, Lulu. You have an interesting choice of outfit. You seem to want to conceal your identity, yet you leave very little open to imagination in other parts. Is there a particular reason for it?
Are you imagining what I look like underneath?
No, I don't have to.
Oh dear.
Just a simple observation. I apologize. I didn't mean any offense.
I'm just wearing this because Teddy's trying to be more
He's trying to
Now we
be
met.
a bed.
I see. Well,
Would you
Just-
prefer I take off my hood? Because I don't mind.
I don't mind either way, as long as you feel comfortable. But I must insist that you try to cover yourself a bit more. After all, it tends to snow in these areas, and I don't want you to catch a cold. At least have a scarf.
Sure, I'll be fine.
Very well. No one listens to doctors these days. That's what I've noticed.
It seems that well, you human folk like to always make sure everyone's fully clothed. They even made a skeleton man put on clothes, which was quite funny.
How preposterous.
That's what I thought. He's dead. He's a bag of bones. Why does he need clothes?
Well, you can still catch a cold as a skeleton,
But yes,
right?
but they wouldn't let the skeleton see the king unless he put on a belt. It's quite preposterous.
I see. A dress code.
Evidently. And we couldn't have animals on there either. Which, if the Fae were shifters, they were not allowed to go in animal form.
Well, when it comes to meeting nobility, you need to follow certain rules, just so they
Oh.
can feel special
Oh,
about
yeah.
their status. There is no
Mhm.
particular rational reason for it. It's just a little game that these groups like to play with each other. But I'm
You
with
don't
you.
say.
I don't really adhere to these principles, at least not fully. I only play the game so that I can participate in it, not to win it.
Ah. So you're saying that royals are typically assholes, huh?
Not quite in those terms.
Mm.
Kind of what it sounded like, is it not?
What I'm saying, that we all have our rules that we like to follow and impose other people with. But in the end, there is very little rational reason for it. It's just
Mm.
something to pass time.
Good to know, good to know.
So,
I can understand boils a bit better now.
well, I'm glad to provide any kind of enlightenment on that front. But then again, I'm not a royal, so you probably should go and try to visit the king. Sounds like a lovely opportunity to meet new people.
Oh, we did. I'm just, you sure it's not maybe human royals? Alone?
Perhaps.
Just out of clarification, maybe.
Well, if I ever anger you in any way, feel free to quote me and send the royals to my office. I can't wait to discuss with them this disrespect I have sent their way.
You never know, you may have a talk with the royals sooner than you think.
I can't wait. I have also invited blood mages. I hope that I'll be able to
Oh my
fit them
goodness.
all in my office.
You've invited blood mages to your office.
Indeed. 3 times, actually, I have met them. But only twice they tried to kill me. I feel like I'm making progress.
Mm-hmm. And do you think any of them are going to be heading to your direction?
I only hope.
I'm hoping not, but all right.
I'm just trying to understand them a bit more. Trying to see the reason why they're acting the way they are.
You know, sometimes there's not always a reason why they just are.
That is true. But what if there is something that we're missing? What if there is some kind of quarrel or underlying condition that is causing them to behave like this? I'm just trying to understand them a bit more. And if they want me dead because of it, well, that's their prerogative. I'm not gonna stop them. I will defend myself, I'm not naive, but and I will even run if I have to, as I've already did, but that is part of the job.
Maybe let me know if they are going that way, just so I can maybe avoid running into them.
Oh,
Possibly.
don't worry. There won't be any schedule conflicts. I promise.
I hope not.
So I presume both you and Teddy share this. How would you call it?
Faeness?
Yes, that's a beautiful word indeed.
Yes, fae.
I heard that there
We're
are.
not
I heard that there are different kinds of fae.
Yes, I'm a fairy. Dusk, who's not here at the moment, he is a dark fae. And then there's pixies. It's quite a few, actually.
I see.
I'm a half fae.
Interesting. I wonder. I actually have a question for you. I recently was approached by a vampire, and she invited me to
Oh.
her house. And
Oh dear.
they actually live over there on top of that mountain.
Yes, they were quite rude
think-
to Pink. Blood Rose.
Indeed.
I think you'll be safe if you don't if you don't accept the invitation in, then they can't hurt you.
Oh, I already did. And I was fine with Miss Belladonna, but when I met the Dark Mistress,
Dark-
as she addresses herself, yes, she tried to kill me.
That's the one who was very adamant at the King's.
Indeed.
She actually got kicked out.
Yes, she is quite agitated and
She's
territorial.
something.
However, my question. I have
Yes.
also noticed that they have a new friend, a new addition, also a fae. But I presume that she was recently turned into a vampire.
Oh my.
Willingly. But I wanted to make sure, for example, if she was a part of your tribe before and whether she was forced into that life or whether
I
she chose it.
I don't believe so. For a fae to turn into a vampire is quite rare. Our blood is, well, how do we put it? Quite enticing to them. And powerful.
Delicious? Delectable?
And powerful.
Mm.
I see.
So a pure fae, I'm thinking would be something they would approve of. If they turned her, I don't know if same effects.
Pure fae, parfait.
Pure fae, vampire fae. I've not really heard of a vampire fae.
So would it make her like a blood fae? Since you can add certain
Maybe.
specialties, I guess, to that.
Maybe.
Well,
Hmm.
just something I wanted to discuss with you, since you seem to be so knowledgeable about this subject.
And I've not run into too many vampires. And due to the factor that, well, natural food or a little bit of temptation is the best word. There we go, a temptation to them. So I've
Indeed.
not really had very many run-ins with them.
Must be a challenge talking to your potential food source. Always having them, running around, just on display.
But
I-
you've never had a dog or a
You're
cat or
telling me.
something?
No, I
Or
don't eat
bear.
dogs or cats or bears. I don't eat meat.
I would
Or
eat all
chicken?
three.
Meaning the bear coming after
Cow? Or goat?
your
Horse?
you-
Rabbit?
Just making
Animals.
making me hungry again.
At least not raw. I mean, if you presented me with a roasted chicken, maybe. But when I
No,
see a
give it to
feathery
me.
one, I don't
Fresh
really,
and wriggling.
I don't really feel the need to just swallow it. All
No,
I'm trying
but
to
it might-
say is that it must be challenging for these vampires, and even for the blood mages, since I presume that they siphon their
be
energy from
everyone
living creatures.
around.
Thank you, Teddy.
Maybe.
Mhm.
I can't speak for them. Maybe they. I've heard of some being turned as a last resort, like they were dying, and it was either death or possibly another chance. I have heard of those, but that's also a different type. It takes a strong vampire to hold back their what's the word?
Their inclination to feed. I
Well,
would say.
yes, the hunger when they bite.
Mm. Yes. When facing mortality, we make strange choices indeed.
Mm-hmm. So not all vampires are bad, but trying to decipher who is a vampire good and vampire bad, not always easy.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Although
Pretty
the blood
challenging.
will kind of make it a bit easy from the behaviors alone, but I could be wrong.
I think they all suck.
That's what it seems.
Blood.
Hilarious.
Goodness, really?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess they do suck on that matter as well.
Maybe.
Maybe what?
Maybe they do. You don't know.
What do you think they do? Can't really eat blood. It's a drink.
Ooh. I wonder if you freeze it and then eat it like ice. That's considered eating or drinking.
Like a blood sickle.
Ooh. That sounds weird.
Yes. Well, you're the one who just said to freeze it.
I know. I don't know. My mind just goes places. I live in a very cold place.
Yes, you.
I have a
My stew turns into ice, and I have to, like, chew on it to thaw it out. So I'm eating my stew and drinking it. But mainly
Yeah.
just eating it.
I wonder whether hunting for a fresh prey is part of the feeding process, or whether they can be sustained by just consuming the blood in any way, shape, or form.
I don't know.
I have
That would
no
be one of
idea.
those that you have to ask the vampire, and only if they're willing to answer those questions.
Indeed. If only we had one to ask.
Very
Maybe,
true.
maybe Dark Mistress
Although
will
I
visit.
wouldn't, I would not suggest that. She even, after the king, Scar told them not to touch the gate. She literally kicked the gate and said, "I touched it. Now what are you going to do?" So I don't think she's really the one you want to discuss with. You need to find someone a bit more level-headed for a vampire. I
Indeed.
guess would be the best way to put it.
So she's a troublemaker.
It seemed that way. He told her to stop levitating, and she stopped, and then immediately started again, just to piss them off. She got kicked out. And then she started going and storming about, screaming about stolen weapons or something or other, and she wasn't leaving until they gave her weapons, etc., etc. It was quite something. She made quite the ruckus. So I wouldn't say that would be the one you talk to.
Sounds
I don't
like
know about the rest of them.
sounds like one heck of a time.
Oh, it was. It was something. We all just kind of sat there with our mouths agape, kind of trying to figure out what in the hell was going on.
Was she there to ask for a dukedom status on her
Oh
lovely
yes,
estate?
their group asked for a dukedom status, I believe. Wanted protection and said something about, well, is the one that they kicked out going to be protected? And then got upset. I mean, I kind of understand about dressing the skeleton in a build to see the king. That was a bit weird because he didn't have any wiggly bits or anything to hide, so it was strange. But
I see.
they said he was indecent. He's indecent because he doesn't have skin, let alone needs clothes. I don't know. It was a bit weird.
Indeed. Applying a dress
See
code for
right through 'em, huh?
Literally, yes.
sounds
But
ridiculous.
yes, I was just kind of surprised at it. So, but then again, they may not be used to all the new,
Various creatures visiting their royal court.
yes, races and various creatures. Maybe they've not had as many run-ins with them as we have.
Well, that's gonna be interesting period to adjust for them.
Agreed. Like me trying to get used to a terrorist. I mean, a therapist. Yes.
Yes. Psychologist, perhaps, would be a bit more easier to
Psycho.
pronounce.
Got it.
Psycho.
Psycho.
I think
Honestly,
that
Alright.
means when you put two psychos in a jar and shake it.
I would rather be addressed as a psycho instead of a terrorist.
Really?
Right.
What?
Well,
Wait,
you
what's
deal
wrong
with
with
people's terrors, right?
You know what? Why don't we stick to a doctor?
Correct.
Or Jonathan.
you?
Okay.
Psycho? Something wrong? What's wrong with psycho? Did you not say you were a psycho something?
Psychotherapist, perhaps. But not just a psycho. It's a derogatory term.
Psychoterrorist, right?
A doctor. Or Jonathan. Or Jonah.
I'm just gonna call you
alright.
Doc.
Thank you.
Which do you prefer?
Whichever is easier to pronounce and whichever you like. Just-
Dr. John is fine with me. Whichever one you prefer is what I'll call you.
Thank you very much. So, I know the two of you, but what about the two of you? What do you do in these lands? Are you just visiting, adventuring?
I look dark and ominous at all times. I run people over with a horse just because I can.
Rabbit.
I see.
You have a horse now.
Not yet.
Are psychotic urges all that drives you?
Right.
Or is that a new thing?
I don't know.
I
I'm just
see.
being a goofball.
I see. And what about you, Miss Lulu?
I'm just trying to get home.
I see. Well, they say that home is where the heart is. I presume you are missing someone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope that you will find them wherever they are. Is that a family member?
Yes.
I see. I recently met someone in the city, and it's not the only person who is missing someone. I think we all are. But I'm sure that we will meet those loved ones again at some point, one way or another. I guess in the meantime, we must use this time that we have here valuably. There is always something to do, always new people to meet, and perhaps make new friendships and connections. And who knows, this place might become at least home for now, before we get back to our original home.
What brought you here?
My work.
Your work brought you here. What kind of work?
Well, there is a lot to be done. I need to finish my case studies. I need to earn my living somehow, so I'm acting as a psychologist to those that might be in need of my services. And I also wanted to explore this scourge, as they say, of blood mages. See what their motives are, see what their intentions are, and see what makes them tick. And perhaps help in my way to ensure that they find a peaceful, reasonable way of adjusting themselves back to the society.
Why do they need to find a peaceful way back?
Well, because
You're like a researcher, aren't you?
the alternative is much less pleasant.
What would you do?
As a blood mage,
If you couldn't help them find a peaceful way back, what would you do?
I wouldn't be the one dealing with that issue. There are many other military groups that are eager to basically kill them, destroy them, or dispose of them in whatever way is convenient to them. I am not one of those.
Yes. But it sounds like you're putting yourself in the middle of them.
No. I am just trying to talk to them. If they find it too imposing, they can just say no.
You said you were invited, or you invited them over?
I did.
How did you, how did this happen?
I visited the unnamed city. I heard an ominous voice warning me that if I do it again, well, they will show up and punish me for my transgressions. Naturally, I took it as an invitation, and I showed up again. And then I met 3 blood mages that tried to kill me immediately. I bowed, I tried to say who I am and what I do, but I was busy running away from imminent death. Then the other day when I tried again, I only met one of them, and that one was more insisting on spawning magical creatures around me that would try to kill me where I stand. So he at least provided me with more opportunities to talk to him. However, he also insisted on me dying instead of me talking to him, so I wasn't successful with this one either. But I'll try again.
What if one of them succeeds in killing you?
That's
Wait
part
a
of the
minute.
job.
I have a question. How would you feel if people kept coming into your home uninvited?
Well, my doors are always
'Cause
open.
that's what you're doing.
You don't need an invitation.
Yes, but what about you? You two. How would you feel if people came over to your house and just invited themselves in?
Well,
You
that's why
already
they've gone
showed
there.
your disapproval of Drava and the others, saying they were going to be casing out your house. How
Right.
would
I
you
would
feel
say
if they
yes,
came and just went right in?
Of course, I'd have a problem with it. That's why I've also not stepped foot in the unnamed city or the other area, the Dead Mountains.
I understand your
their territory.
argument, Miss Lulu, and I appreciate it. However, I am not considered a scourge in these lands. I am not attacking people's homes, and I don't have military groups basically publicly announcing that they are there to hunt me down. They do, and I simply want to help them, well, to live a long and happy life.
There's a handful of them, and there's hundreds of people like us that continuously go into their homes every single day. I would be furious as well, and I would get fed up and want to kill people coming in constantly.
Are you talking about the blood mages?
Indeed.
Yes. I'm really
You
more
realize
speaking
that
on.
they took that place over. That wasn't their home.
You
They
realize
kicked
they
people out of that
built-
place.
And they also attack people's homes outside of these boundaries.
Yes. Ravenmore,
Seen
they
that.
actually killed someone.
They killed the doctor over there. They're not good people.
Nobody told me this. Nobody said much about them besides you can't go into the dead mounds and you can't go into the unnamed city or
Yeah,
they'll get angry.
They came charging in here looking for something. And they,
Here.
like, in these lands, they didn't originally start here. I mean, ask Tinka. They killed her parents.
Yep.
Hmm.
And then they also killed the doctor over at Ravenmore. I heard about it today at the castle. Which is why the prince went and destroyed the device they were using, something called a trebuchet something.
Trebuchet.
Yes, that thing.
And Drava told me all about it.
They absolutely squashed the doctor to where you couldn't even recognize him. He was
Teddy,
nothing.
you realize the keeper doesn't let me out and he doesn't tell me these things.
I'm sorry. I should tell you all about it. There's so much going on in the world.
It is good that you know now.
Like I said, I don't go in their territory just because I'm not ready to face them. Last time I saw them, it wasn't pleasant. Not looking forward to seeing them again anytime soon.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Which is why you inviting them to your house, being the neighbor, has me a bit worried.
I understand. So far, they don't know where I live, and I also heard certain warnings that I probably shouldn't do that. So if I invited them somewhere, it would probably be a public place. But maybe not public. Maybe secluded would be a
I was
better
gonna say,
idea.
maybe somewhere like off the beaten
Mm.
path.
Indeed.
Yes, know any other houses?
Perhaps a public place for them. And
Yes.
secluded for me and for other people. Like a Blood Mage City or something like
Unnamed
that.
city.
Yes.
Yes.
Basically,
With
I
their
will
permission.
invite them to their own home. Sounds like a lovely idea. I'm sure they
Mm.
they will accept.
It's if they accept you being there. That's the difference.
So what would you do, Miss Lulu?
If what?
How would you deal with this conflict?
Well, I don't know a lot about it. I always have 2 watchers behind me, watching everything I do and making sure I don't say too much. So I don't know what I would do.
I have a watcher, but he's watching my back. Doesn't sound like these people are. What's the best way?
You don't have her best interest at heart.
Yeah, exactly. The ones that watch my back, I know they do. But why are they doing that to you?
$1 million question, isn't it?
Are you one of those watchers, Teddy? Because I don't see anyone else right now.
No.
Teddy is not, but I can't guarantee one of the others aren't behind me somewhere.
You seem to
You
be
say
safe
a
for now.
word. You have sanctuary here, anytime.
I would love that, but I'm afraid if that happened, your house may fall under, it's just not possible. But thank you.
Unfortunately, things are never as simple as they seem. Even though it is very kind of you to offer an asylum for someone in need.
Well, listen, I like Teddy. Teddy's nothing but lovely, so I figure Lulu's the same.
He's great.
Well, that is indeed troubling. I am sorry that you are in this position. Is there anything we can do for you? Perhaps we can talk to them, make them rethink their choices when it comes to your, well, their protective details that they have decided on you.
I fear if you were to come to him and show concern and potentially suggest you know what's going on, then it may not end well for me.
Understandable.
Or you.
So, a more discreet approach would be for the best.
I'm working on a solution. We'll figure something out.
Just let me know how firmly his head is attached to his body, Teddy.
He is human, but if
Don't
he
say
were to
anything,
die,
it's
that
gonna burn you, okay?
You're right.
Be careful.
He can't be killed. I'll just say that.
Well, murder is never a solution.
It's a solution.
It's
Not a great one, but it's definitely a solution.
Well, I believe that there is always another option.
Are you a pacifist?
No, I just prefer other options, if
Hi.
they're available.
Is that Nissa? Nissa! Come on over.
Hi, Nissa.
You guys look like you were having a serious talk, so shit.
Greetings.
Good to see you. Oh, I'm doing it again. I'm a badass now, so don't mind me.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. Nissa, have you met, Lulu and Jonathan?
I have met Lulu. I don't think I've met Jonathan.
He's a psycho-terrorist.
Pleasure to meet you.
Goodness.
I prefer a psychologist or a doctor or just Jonathan.
He said a psycho-terrorist. Is that not what he said? A doctor. That's the easy one. So we'll
Are
stick-
those two things related? I don't think they are.
Well, no. He said something else, but there was a bunch of gibberish behind it. I didn't quite understand it. So he then said to put the two together, and then that's where you got psycho-terrorist.
He's a doctor with a PhD in kicking your ass.
Well, if you're ever interested
get it
in
right?
what I am actually, what my actual profession is, my office is over there, and I assure you that no terrorism or psychosis are taking place over there.
Well, what's psychosis?
Well, it's a state of mind.
Inflammation of a psycho.
Is Psycho not the doctor? I'm so confused with this.
I can see that.
I think,
Well, we have no doctor of the minds in our Fae Kingdom.
Your abbreviations of certain terms are making them sound very derogatory. That's all I'm saying.
Oh? Oh, you mean like us you calling me a pixie? Calling you a psychoterrorist is a bad thing. Got it. Just like calling us pixies, or Fae pixies. All Fae are not pixies. Anyone with wings are not necessarily pixies. I'm a fairy. So, yes, now I'm
She's
under the
not
under.
wrong.
Well,
So evidently I was insulting you, and I apologize. I did not realize I was insulting you.
that is fine. No apology needed. I'm just trying to clarify what I'm actually doing as my profession.
Well, you're talking to Faye, so yes.
Right.
I think if he kept alcohol in his place,
Then
you could just
Rosa would
call
be
him
there.
a bartender, because they do the same stuff, right? They just listen to you while you go on and on about your problems.
Well, no, he fixes the mind. I don't know how he fixes it, though. He says it's not a cutting in the mind, though.
I don't know. I was always taught
I
to just
don't
take
know
it,
how cutting
all
it
of the
open
bad
would be.
feelings and bottle them up and push them real far down.
Well,
No.
I would advise against that. But Teddy, you're not wrong, indeed. Anyone can be a therapist. A family member, a good friend, someone you trust.
Really?
Just because I'm
How are they
licensed
gonna...
doesn't mean that I have a know-how how to do things better than you.
Well, then how do you call yourself... Isn't a doctor someone who's knowledgeable, knows how to fix things? How do you say you
Well.
know how to fix things if you're saying other people can just fix it?
Well, just like you can put a band-aid on a bleeding wound, you don't need to be a doctor for it.
Yes, but...
But a
Mm.
doctor will do it in a way that will likely not get infected and cause your leg to fall off.
Exactly.
Right.
A bit more
Unless-
experienced.
cut it
Mm-hmm.
to fix it.
All right. Try to understand that.
And you said,
I'll take into take into mind what you just spoke of.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. And again, sorry, I didn't realize I was insulting you. If I knew
No,
that, I wouldn't have called you that.
No, that is fine. It's just that if people knew me as a psycho-terrorist, then I presume that I wouldn't have that many people coming over to my place, coming for a consultation. They would instead be running as far away as possible. And blood
So what
mages wouldn't be the biggest threat in these lands.
What exactly am I calling you then? Because obviously it doesn't mean what I think it means.
Do you know what terrorism is?
doctor.
Someone told me something about that. It's something about fear and making people fear you. Something like
Indeed.
that.
Terrorists like to incite fear in others, with usually very violent actions. Almost like the blood mages are doing right now.
I was going to ask. All right. So that's definitely a bad thing. But what does the psycho part mean then?
Well, psycho is usually someone very unstable who is dealing with some very, very, very big issues.
Mm.
Usually on the mind front.
So you're like the opposite of a psychoterrorist, like an anti-psychoterrorist,
I try to be.
because you want to
Psycho,
make people
an
feel safe
anti-psycho
and-
calmist.
and calm.
Well,
All right, that makes sense. Sorry, I just it's so much to learn. I've been,
understandable.
Mm.
And I appreciate your curiosity and trying to make things right.
Yes, and then that way, just so you know, the Fae thing. Whenever you meet a winged a winged one, just don't automatically assume pixie. Call them fae. You won't insult them. Everyone is a fae kind. It's just a different kind of fae. Depends.
We're all people. Some of us are fae people. Some are shifters. Some are both.
Yep.
Some are human. Some are half satyr.
But we're all fae, right? We all have the fae blood in.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can't go wrong if you call us fae. Just a word of advice to you, so that way you don't upset people like I accidentally upset you.
Fantastic. I really appreciate it.
I like it. I approve.
I'm trying not to laugh. It's not working.
Come on, Teddy. You know you want to. You don't always have to be a badass around us. We will totally let you be a badass out anywhere else.
Just let your hair
Almost
down,
gotta
Teddy.
be the badass all times. I'll never fit in.
Be yourself here. You fit in perfectly the way you are.
Just let it all out. Unleash the comedian inside of you.
Tell him, Lulu.
What do you want me to tell him?
He can be himself. He doesn't have to fit in.
I can't say that right now.
All right.
That is fine. Whatever is comfortable.
So, what were you up to when you were trudging on by?
You mean me? I was on my way to the city, trying to buy some paintings, or at least to see how expensive they are.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, they can be expensive.
Everything's expensive right now. Need to learn how to make money around here. That's
I found out how to make money. You know how to make money?
How?
Go to the unnamed city, and you chop up a bunch of copper, and you bring it back to your house. Then you make some bronze, and then you make some copper, and you make one of these like molds and put it in a coin forge, and you just heat it up, and boom,
Literally
you've
make
made
money.
money.
You told
I
me
made
to go
25 copper today.
to a place where I cannot go.
You have
The problem there.
you
Could
have
be.
people
The last
would go for you.
maybe.
I presume she would have to pay them.
You know
I-
how to delegate. Come on, Duchess. Do things.
The last time Pan and I both saw the blood mages, they were murdering our parents. So do you really think I'm going to tell Pan to go into the unnamed city or me?
No, just hire some schmuck off. Hey, what are you doing later?
Actually, I met a little goblin
Just kidding.
that will do dangerous things for people if they pay him.
Honestly,
So,
in all
in order to
seriousness,
make
you know,
money,
the
pay
broken shield.
somebody, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? It's kind of not
Maybe
working.
he would accept trades.
Maybe. The broken shield people are mercenaries for hire. Like Aegis and
That's all.
Perry said that they would escort people through
Oh,
dangerous places.
Aegis lives with Perry.
They're over at the Broken Shield, just to the.
Yes, I know where they live. They also have a
Easy.
horrible, big, giant snake that likes to go up close to their place. It's
Oh,
absolutely
I
terrifying.
totally saw that, and I ran over it with my horse.
Yes, I can't run over it.
It was a rabbit, but it almost died. It was really, really
Exactly.
scary.
That's what I'm saying. Nope. I mean, I don't mind going there as long as I stay towards the front and not close to where that snake was. But I didn't know. I kept hearing about this Aegis fellow. I didn't realize he lived there as well. He wasn't there when I was there earlier.
He's very intense.
Is he?
Yes.
Miss Katinka,
Yeah.
if I may, I do believe that there are other ways to make money. Even if you just
Okay,
mine
I'm listening.
stone and wood and sell it to the Bobby person, you can usually find one of them in
Really?
the city. And we actually have one in our workshop. So if you mine enough resources, you're always welcome to visit us.
You mean he buys stuff for money?
Indeed.
You have to learn how to speak to him.
Well, yes,
Yes.
I
You
did,
don't learn
but
how
I
to
didn't.
speak to him. Oh,
I didn't realize that he for money. It just says
yeah.
it shows the items and doesn't tell me what I got in return. I didn't know what I was getting in return.
That's why I made a lumber mill earlier today.
Might be something to look into then. Might need to look into that.
And you could also maybe sell some notes to your neighbors, because apparently they like to leave notes. So that's definitely a market.
Sell notes to him. I bought those. I don't know how to make them.
Just kidding.
They wasted one.
Yep.
I was quite upset about that. But I digress. The Blood Rose people told me that my castle was too close to theirs and they could view it, and that it would do me well to move and keep on my side of the pond.
I see.
Sounds a bit harsh.
Yes, and it was also unfounded because I'm on the side of a mountain and they are on the other side of the mountain, and there is no flipping way that they can see my castle.
I'm
No,
sorry
like,
to hear that.
legit.
Sounds
I
like
got on the other side of the mountain, went and tried to shoot their place, and their place just disappeared. I just couldn't see it. It was so far away.
Yep. So they
Like,
seem to have a
ow.
stick up their arse.
the joys of neighborly disputes.
I hope we don't have any. I really don't. I quite like
No.
Lucille. She seems like a lovely lady.
There's those things in that bag in there, in the same bag with the knockout stones.
Yes.
The big round turds. You could leave that for them for a present.
Wow.
Teddy. I'm not trying
Upon
to
careful
invite them to
consideration
come
of your
back
request,
and
we have officially decided to
Oh
grant
my
you this wish. Eat shit.
God.
I would advise against
No,
that. There is no reason for hostilities like
need
that.
to bring them to my door, remember,
Yes.
because my blood is enticing to them.
Yes, let us
Oh,
not
yeah.
escalate this conflict any
I-
further.
I'd rather not put a what is it? I can't think of the word.
Ideas in their head?
Well, like put a mousetrap on, basically be the cheese on the mousetrap.
You know. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that works either, because I would be the one on the chopping block, basically, if I did that. I'd rather not do that.
Worm on a hook?
Possibly.
Be the one in the guillotine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes. I don't really want to be that.
No reason to lose your head.
Exactly. Or my blood. Whichever. Probably both. Not sure.
Some of the vampires seem to be more reasonable than others. This Miss
Well,
Belladonna,
those are not.
I would
Yeah, I would say so.
I would try to talk to her. She
These
seems
ones
like a
back
nice
here
person.
seem like assholes.
No, she's the one who left the note on it, though.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll take it back. I
So,
guess.
to me, Lady Belladonna seems like
She was cordial to
something
me.
else. Yes, well, when you hear it would be beneficial to both of us if you stayed on your side of the pond, that just came
Nice.
off wrong.
I see.
All kinds of wrong.
Sounds like she was just marking her territory.
Exactly. Which it was not her territory. She was trying to keep us away from them, I guess.
Well,
Or try to take over. Well, I'm not sure which.
if she ever tries anything like that again, just come to us, and we'll help you mediate that problem and find a more reasonable solution than you removing your house out of their eyesight.
Oh, that's not it. I've already have the pixies from the Mages Guild over there. They told me that they would go talk to them if I had any more issues. So I don't think that's it. Hello.
Very good.
I saw a teeny tiny fae.
Oh, hi.
Ooh,
Hi. Anytime I see a fae, I want to say hi.
right?
Mhm.
Oh,
Hello.
greetings.
How are you?
I'm good.
I believe I saw you at the castle. But they didn't let you come in.
No.
That wasn't you?
No. More like a yeah. No, they didn't let me go in.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed in. No
That
pets allowed.
rude. Your pet?
Of sorts.
Are you a pet?
She's,
Well,
she's the
did
one
you
I told you
choose-
about.
let me ask that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did, in a sense.
As long as it was your choice, then all right. But I just...
It was, though it's one of those you don't get to say no now kind of choices.
So you kind of joined without realizing the full...
No, I'm happy with where I am. I just know I can't not be now.
So there is no coming back.
But that's okay.
All right. Well, what is your name?
Flos. We met.
Aflos?
Mm-hmm.
Did we meet? Where did we meet?
Well, I don't know if I've specifically talked to you for more than about a minute, but, it was by all the portals, I'm pretty sure. That's where I meet most people.
Well, then you know my
It
name
was
is...
a lot more green back then. Less demon.
This is the vampire fae.
I believe...
I'm not vampire, but, guess I'm around
What
them a
are
lot.
you?
I've been described more as a demon fae. But, yeah.
A blood fae?
I'd be careful because of blood mages, but maybe.
Why would you be careful? I didn't say blood mage, I just said blood fae.
Yeah, no, but people can hear blood and then freak the heck out.
That's a good point, I guess.
I
all
cut
have
my
blood,
leg
don't
open.
we?
I'm leaking red fluid. It's weird. I'm definitely not leaking blood because that would be weirder.
Swear.
But, how are you all?
If you lose
Well,
the weight.
just having a talk, getting to know everyone.
I'm
That's
Teddy,
good.
by the way.
Nice to meet you. Do you remember
Pleased
my
to
name,
meet
or should I repeat it for you?
Los?
There you go.
What's your name?
Flos.
Ha.
You got it right. Sorry about the other day, doctor.
That is
Can't
fine.
really say no, so
No.
I had to do what she said.
Yeah, no harm was done.
Okay, go ahead. She didn't tell me to hurt you, so I just drew. I'm sorry.
Of course. It's understandable. A simple misunderstanding.
Yeah.
So how are
They're
things
all
in your
asleep.
house? I heard that you had an audience with the king.
They did, I didn't. As I said, pets don't get to go in, so they instructed me to wait outside.
I see.
Yep. That was when they made the comment about the animals. So they made the mistake of calling the animals pets, which then I guess she's referred to as a pet. So they told leave. Which
Yep.
I
I think it was more of a joke, which I thought was kind of funny. From what it sounds like, it's better off I didn't go in.
Well, the one dark priestess made quite a kerfuffle.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
I
you
can't
lucked
really
out.
speak against her.
No, you're fine.
Gosh, I've been trying to get this stuff together. Do you know what goes into Brony Excum Core?
Phoenixium core?
Oh.
That one, yeah.
I was wondering what that was.
No, I totally read. I speak Fae, so I got that.
Well, I speak Fae too, but I definitely didn't have a clue.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going by like the blueprints, if so to speak, and I've been running back and forth like a crazy fae.
Yep, I know the feeling, believe me.
Sit tight and I'll tell you exactly, because I wrote it down somewhere.
You should definitely tell me once I grab out this piece of paper here. Alright. But yeah, no, I was
Are you trying to make the bar or the core?
I need 2 cores to then make the bar. I have everything else except for the cores.
Alright, let me bring up that recipe real quick.
Okay. You know, I have to make a pickaxe. That's what my instructions were, so I'm on that right now. I had a pretty close call with a blood mage too.
Well, glad you are safe.
Rude little shits.
What happened?
Oh, I was just up on the wall, like looking around because I was just trying to find some resources. It was like dead of night, and I saw somebody around, so I was like, "Hello," you know, all kind. And then he's like, "What are you doing here?" And I was just like, well, I heard you guys are pretty bad. Wanted to, you know, see if that was true, and I'm just looking for resources." And he's like, "You've made a mistake coming here," and then started shooting at me. I was like, "All right, you're an asshole. Got it."
Hmm.
He didn't even get close to hitting me, so pretty terrible shot if you ask me. But I was also pretty bouncy.
I wouldn't underestimate them.
Hmm.
Nor would I, but I also wouldn't overestimate them.
Well,
Oh shit, that's needed in it? Ugh, thanks for telling me.
Yep.
I still have a feeling that if they wanted us dead, well, they would find a way.
Hmm.
Perhaps they're just trying to protect their land as best as they can, without any unnecessary bloodshed, without any escalation of the conflict. But then again,
They've already escalated.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which is quite unfortunate.
How the hell do you
Escalators.
people dust?
Oh, that's a lot of grinding. As in
Okay.
grinders.
Yep, grindstones.
Yep.
I got my work cut out for me.
Mm-hmm. All of us.
A little tip about grinding things. I prefer to make mortar and pestles instead of grindstones because they're small and they seem to work just as good.
But they take up like no space. They're great.
Yeah.
I'll probably just, you know, stick a worker on it or something. I don't know. I guess it's nice not being at the very bottom with the workers, because I still get to boss them around, so.
That's good.
True. True.
As long as you're okay.
Yeah, no, they seem to care about me a lot. Like, they're always worried if I'm getting hurt, and I got hit by a horse earlier, and I think the Dark Priestess was about to cut somebody's head off, so I'm definitely fine.
Okay.
I better get off to get back to work, and thanks for talking to me.
Of course. Safe travels.
Safe travels.
Good to
luck.
meet you.
Oh, there you go.
Welcome back. Bye.
I have to go get sapphires. Bye.
Bye. So, there's the answer.
Indeed.
Wonder how. I don't like the fact that she can't say no. So she really doesn't have choice. But she seems to.
Yeah, she seems content with her decision. At least for now.
Yes.
maybe she's made to be content with her decision.
Really?
Well, she didn't have her blood mistress with her right now. She could speak openly. But then again, it might be a situation similar to what Miss Lulu is dealing with.
Don't know. Just don't like to see fae kind be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
That is
I don't
understandable.
like seeing anybody getting taken advantage of.
Agreed. But to watch everyone being introduced to the king and then them tell her go wait outside when they said the pets cannot come in kind of burned my yeah.
Vagina.
Not quite where I was going with that. But that would be a whole nother meaning if that was burning. So
Did you
no.
intentionally just make a pun? A whole other meaning?
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
No, that's not.
Well done.
I'm sure if you rub some cream on it, it'll feel a lot better.
My God.
On the whole, it feels good.
Damn.
Oh my God. And it continues. No.
Yeah.
Not.
Sorry. I just get so triggered.
I noticed.
That was wholly inappropriate.
Oh. Lord.
Oh my god.
It's still going. Dear Lord.
Yes.
Why would you say burns my vagina though? Really?
Teddy, I missed you the whole time you were gone.
Because of the clerics.
Because the fucking cleric.
What? How
I
did that?
fucking hate those guys so much.
But I never said burns my vagina. Where does that? Like why?
So, I may or may not have burned the dick off of the two guys and the vagina off of the other one.
Uh-huh.
They pissed me off. They wasted, like, so much of my time. I was like...
Yes, but, oh. But see, that is you burning them. Because
And
they
then you said, that really burns my... And then you paused. So I said vagina.
Yep.
I mean, I thought it made perfect sense, but that's just me.
If it's doing that, I'd have to see a doctor.
And on that
so I've been
note,
told.
I have some pressing matters to attend to, and also I'm not that kind of doctor.
I did not say
It was a
you.
pleasure to meet
It's
you
not.
all, and to see you all
Nice to
again.
meet you, Dr. John.
I'll be on my way. If anyone ever wants to talk to me, my office is over there.
Yep.
Thank you. Hey, what's your coordinates?
Just go straight on from here, and you won't miss it. It's a house close to that mountain.
Wait a minute.
Good bill.
Is it the one that's on stilts?
It's not on stilts, but I guess you could say that. That is our workshop.
Do you live with, like, a...
With who?
Lena?
Yes, her name is
Lucille.
Alina. Alina, Lucille, Avery, and Kairos.
I love your workshop place. I think it's freaking amazing.
Thank you.
Agreed.
Would you like to see it properly? Maybe Miss Alina is around.
Yeah, at some point.
Alright. As I said, it's not too far from here. Just,
Yeah.
could probably throw a rock and hit one of our windows.
Like that.
Overrated.
But,
I don't get the
yeah.
point.
Sorry, Alina.
Right. Well, I'll
Have
be on
fun.
my way.
Be safe.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, hi.
Hello there. I can hear. Oh, there you are. Apologies, I didn't mean to disrupt what you were doing. I was just trying to see if anyone is around.
Right here.
What are you up to?
Not a lot.
I
What are
see.
you up to?
I actually just returned from the city. I was buying some notes and trying to see what the prices of various paintings are. But I don't think I had enough money for those. And then I met a bunch of people over at the House of Pixies.
Oh.
Yeah, they are still there discussing all sorts of things.
We have an open invitation from the Duchess Constance.
I already spoke to her yesterday. This
Huh.
Duchess.
Full of people.
But I guess another opportunity would be nice. Maybe all of us can go. Oh, that's the people I told you about from the
Pixie Hollow.
from the Fae place.
Hello.
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 Don't think we've met yet. I'm Katinka.
Alina.
Nice to meet you.
I like this house. It's very nice.
Yes, it's an amazing build.
Thank you.
Yes,
Hi.
Miss Alina is amazing
Hello.
architect.
Oh, is that your job there?
The buildings you can currently see I have built. And there's also another one behind that I didn't.
Yes, it looks lovely.
I'm terrible at meeting people. I'm Nissa, by the way. It's nice to meet you.
Hello.
Lou.
What?
Are you,
What?
Sorry, my
are you
cousin
missing
was
someone?
Right there with us.
Where'd you go?
Great question. She's always saying I'm the one with bad directions. Come on.
I mean, she was looking right at it.
There you are. What are you doing?
I was just looking at that house up there.
Oh. Come say hello to people.
One on top of the hill is mine. The one back there is someone else's, and the one on the other side is John.
Yeah. Oh, you have expanded your house a bit. It looks lovely.
I didn't actually expand it. I made it smaller.
Oh, I see.
I actually made it smaller, but far more interesting now.
Oh, my
Very
mind was
dynamic.
playing tricks on me.
Like it.
The perspective.
Wow, that's a lot of stilts.
Hmm?
It's amazing.
Yeah, Mr.
Oh.
Kairos,
Is that a horse? In
Miss Avery live over there.
Oh, is that what that one's for?
Indeed.
The stilt.
Mr. Kairos built himself a house, and Miss Avery was kind enough to attach her own house to his, and he was very much displeased and chased her off with her sword.
Oh my.
Yes. They seem to have that kind of love-hate relationship.
I think that it's a good thing sometimes.
Indeed. Makes things spicy, as they say.
Agreed. Yes.
Speaking of spicy, Miss Alina was extremely kind and helped me build my very spicy house over there.
Oh.
You mean I built it and you decorated it?
You helped
Very-
me with the
very
decoration.
Spicy house? What's spicy about it?
Maybe my...
I think he was calling her spicy.
Oh.
She's a very spicy, unorthodox architect. She has very spicy skills.
Yeah.
You know what? Just forget I ever said that.
Okay.
This is it.
It's lovely.
Have you had any more ascending goats?
Yes, that seems to be quite a common occurrence in these parts.
I saw an ascending.
Sometime.
And this is my office. As you can see, open to public at any point.
lovely.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I like your paintings. It's quite beautiful.
Indeed. They're actually quite cheap to make. I mean, to obtain. But I would also like to see if there are any other ones, maybe a bit more expensive, that I could decorate this house with. And if you're interested about what
do
I'm
you
doing,
need for him?
there is a little journal here. What do I need them for? Well,
No. What do you need for them?
I don't actually know. I was on my way to the city, but then I got distracted. Actually, I got lost on my way over there. It was dark. I ended up at the House of Faes.
Oh, I've tried to look at a book, tried to look at a note, and somehow I always end up looking inside of other things.
Yes, these are my case studies.
Are you gonna publish them?
I already did it.
Ooh.
Some of them are my former patients. Others are just interesting stories and characters I heard about. Just trying to use their contribution and see if there is anything we could learn from these lessons and apply them for future reference.
Oh, what kind of characters?
Well, why don't you have a look and see for yourself?
Okay.
Is everything alright? That wolf seems very much on edge. It's like a standoff. He's deciding whether he's going to attack me, but seems to be unsure. Oh yes, good thing I have this fierce huntress on my side to protect me. With her. Let me try.
It's a wolf off.
Indeed. It could be anyone's game at this point. So, this invitation to the Duchess, when is that happening?
It's an open invitation.
I see. Open means that anytime they are around and we are around. Well, that's very nice of them. They have a lovely keep and a throne room. I presume you have already seen the place when you were making the trade with the counselor. I visited yesterday with the Duchess and her lady and the one that likes to flirt with all the women, basically. I think he's gonna be my new patient very soon. Looks like the showdown is over.
Hmm. Patient 6. I knew someone like that long ago.
Oh, there you are.
I see. The thing about these
reading
patients
journal.
and the problems they were facing, it's that they can be quite common. All of us tend to deal with similar situation at some point in our lives. That's why I chose these particular cases, because some of these challenges can feel quite familiar. We all know someone like that, or at least we could. It is quite common to see similarities between other people in these cases.
Mm-hmm. This guy. Every time he would say something, it would sound worse. I mean, like, yeah, lost my family. And, my extended family. And my village. It just kept getting bigger and bigger.
Indeed.
The whole island ate him.
The thing about despair, at some point it starts feeding on itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite unfortunate.
It is.
And it's very hard to dig yourself up from that hole.
I think sometimes it's really hard for people like me to be around people that are in heavy despair because, I mean, how do you help somebody like that? You feel like you're a failure if you can't help somebody, but I think that sometimes you just need to go and sit next to somebody and be like, well, this sucks. And I'll just sit here with you.
I couldn't agree more. Sometimes just to be there for someone is enough. More than many people are willing to offer, actually. Just to know that you have someone by your side to share the pain with is extremely valuable. And that is why I'm here. Even just someone wants to talk, share whatever is on their mind. I'm always willing to listen.
Well, if you need someone to talk to after having to hear all of everybody else's problems, you can talk to me. It's okay.
I appreciate that, and I might take you up on that offer.
Sure. As long as you don't judge me for not being able to be totally cool all of the time.
No promises.
Oh well. Like I care.
Very well.
But I'm serious. People that listen to other people's problems, they kind of need a sounding board of their own sometimes, so.
Well, that's the thing about being a licensed psychologist. We're kind of trained for that. And even though we're still people, we kind of understand that it's part of the gig. And we need to earn that paycheck somehow, right?
I guess.
No, I don't actually accept payment. You can see my code of ethics over there next to my sign at the entrance, if you're ever curious.
I'm gonna look.
It's on the little stool. Apologies, I was distracted for a moment. Miss Alina, is everything alright?
Yeah.
I believe my visitors are browsing through my case studies.
I see that.
I need to go talk to Erica.
Who's Erica?
She gives us loyalty things for talking to her every day. She'd like give us gifts.
Oh my god. I
You don't even know the poor woman by her name?
Nope.
Teddy.
What?
Her when you talk to her daily.
I want you to remember something. Memory of a goldfish.
Well,
Now, what were we talking about?
gifts every day. I'm gonna damn sure will remember the name.
Oh, I have a solution for that poor memory. Ooh, squirrel.
Oh my god. Yep.
But yet you can remember to say memory of a goldfish.
What's that?
What?
Who are you?
See, I remember people like that. Erica definitely. Erica gives me gifts every single day. So I know Erica. I know William. He's the one who announces us to the king.
Uh-huh.
I think
Well.
Erica likes me. She gave me a good gift yesterday.
Did she?
She gave me 7. I got
Mhm.
6 the day before though, so I think because I remembered her name every day, I think she approves.
I got 6 on the first day, but she hasn't given me.
What about you, Teddy? Remember her name? She been good to you.
Never been to her once. I forgot.
What are you thinking? Why not?
I forgot.
I mean, the lady likes to give gifts every day. It's not. Never look the gift horse in the mouth. Always say thank you. You know.
Never
always
understood
look
that saying.
Horses in the mouth.
Some saying like that. I don't understand it. It's a
What
human.
does it mean? Like, why would you want to look a horse in the mouth? So you gonna like smile?
I don't
Gonna
know.
bite your
It's
nose?
got something to do with like if don't like look it over nitpicking the flaws in it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, oh my god, you gave me a horse? Let me make sure it's got good dental.
Maybe
What is
that.
this? I see shit in its teeth? Take it away.
No, I mean, if it's.
I don't come up with
unhealthy.
sayings. I just try to interpret.
I mean, seriously, they're usually sick if they're eating shit. Just say.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Me neither.
I don't understand a lot of things about well.
So, are you still building things?
No.
Sounds like you haven't convinced yourself of that.
Well, I really enjoy building, so more than likely at some point I'll tear down my house and build it again.
To be fair, I literally blew up my house the other day. I got really mad at it and I was like, I don't like this at all. And then I built it again, this time at a tavern, and it looks so good! Way better.
I need to see your place.
What did you say that it looked like before you blew it up? Something.
Like a giant had eaten a boat and shit it
That's
out.
right.
God.
It's quite
It
a
looks
description.
awful.
Sounds like it.
Giant vertical turd
Like a
of wooden boat shit. I don't know. It's terrible.
sounds it.
Yep.
Not sure what.
Just a little bit more dimensional. Just a little. But more simple too. I kind of like that.
Well, don't give up on that dream of building the perfect house. I'm sure that you will find an
Get
inspiration.
into an accidental penis, unless you're into that, and then
Wow. Yeah, that's rough.
yeah.
Yep. Look at my house. I have erected this house.
I do it with boats too.
Oh dear.
Erected.
Mm-hmm. Erected a house.
I erected a couple of things.
Did you now?
Well,
No comment.
This house and the workshop at my house.
I honestly really like it. I think it looks great.
Thanks.
looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about Miss Alina, I believe that the perfection she is seeking isn't in the result of these houses. I think it's more in the process.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she wants to rebuild constantly. Is that correct?
Sure.
He's doing the analysis.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a valuable cause, and we all benefit from it. Thanks to her building prowess, I am now a proud owner of this lovely establishment.
It's amazing.
It is very, very
And be
nice.
proud.
I like towers bits in the front a lot.
Yeah. Dusk is still working on my castle-y looking thing, but he's gonna have to fix it.
Yeah.
Too many stability issues. And play.
Yep.
Well, because we don't want to use too much, and then in order to fix the stability issues, then you use like 3 when you only needed 1. But because you have to have stability, you use 3 more pieces, so it's actually 4 for 1. It's something like that. I don't understand building. That's what he said. So he'll work on it again tomorrow, I guess. Try to probably shrink it again. I'll have a house eventually.
And I'm sure it will be beautiful.
Agreed. Dusk does a good job. Nina's is amazing. Not quite that good, though. But definitely good.
My current house, not my favorite, but it's way better than that little shit shack that I made before.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Lulu, anything caught your interest in my case studies?
I found them intriguing.
I appreciate that.
And one of them sounds like someone I met once before on the island.
I see. It is as I said to Teddy. Some of these people might seem familiar, like someone you met, maybe even someone you know right now. But they are more general ideas. Something.
Can I see the case studies? I'd be very interested.
But of course. Here you can find more about my work, just a general code of ethics and stuff. And here are the case studies.
Don't forget the squat. He's so tall he can't get through doors. I knew someone like that, I think.
I see. Oh yeah, he is definitely an absolute unit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I should be called that before.
He always has to duck. Yes.
I feel
good.
like I've had that exact nickname before.
I see.
These books. Oh, sorry. Don't mean to be standing on your stuff.
Oh, that is fine. Feel free to
just so
stand
short.
wherever you wish.
It's hard to see stuff up the top.
Yeah, I apologize. Perhaps if you want a little chair or a little stool, I can provide that.
Oh, a step stool would be lovely. Maybe then I can, like, see eye to eye.
At least something for starters.
Oh, I love it. I can actually see the top shelf. Yay.
Perfect. Glad to be of service.
Thank you.
Oh, I hear building. Ooh, new notes to read.
Well, that's not great.
Oh yeah, I already took the liberty to offer Mr. Kairos and Miss Avery that they could craft themselves some Chronixium tools for more gathering purposes. I hope you don't mind.
No, I definitely am okay with that. We do need more unstable substance, though.
Very well, I shall get us some as soon as possible. I have also noticed that there is a vendor in the city that sells oil. I believe the yellow one that we could use to enhance the
You
effectiveness of our...
realize that I bought some and there's some upstairs.
Oh, very nice. Again, I was too slow. But I just want to make sure because Mr. Kairos and Miss Avery didn't know about it actually. So when I shared the information with them, they were quite
Yeah,
surprised.
there's oil bounty right here.
Very
There's one
nice.
in. There's also extra tools in there.
Oh,
made
that's
some.
perfect.
Hoping that people would take them, but they didn't. So
I will definitely take one. I think I'll make myself a sickle if you don't mind.
why would I mind?
I'll take it as a you don't. Hello.
Thank you for the step stool. Quite lovely. I need to start carrying around stuff like that so I can actually maybe see people.
Oh,
Or they can see me. I'm quite short.
you know what? Maybe we can make a little compromise. I apologize. That wasn't a short joke.
Oh, that's perfect. No, it's not. Believe me. people run me over all the time. Don't realise I'm sitting right there.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right.
Well,
The joys of being short.
indeed.
But I also can get lost very easily if you're trying to keep track of me.
Well, we all have to deal with what we were given. I get a lot of nerd jokes about my weak constitution.
Well, see, I'm the best hider, though. If someone's trying to follow me or run after me, go through a bushy area and no more finding me.
And no one can ever find you. Indeed, I can see how that could be quite handy.
Yep. It's good to know. Good to hide. Survival aspect.
Indeed. Only the strong survive, after all. And those who know how to hide.
Best hider ever.
Well, thank you so much for coming over and for seeing my place and meeting Miss Alina.
Of course. She seems quite nice.
Indeed.
I spent the day with Lucille. She's quite I like her.
Yes, Lucille is... she can be quite a handful, but I believe her right is in the right place.
I like her. She made sure I met the other neighbours. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. They live in the dark woods. Perry, Dornish, Kale. Who else did I meet? Elkrin, I believe it was something like that. And yes, it's quite interesting. I like them. They seem friendly.
I see. Sounds like a lovely bunch. I believe I know this Eldrin person. He was kind enough to offer me one of these when I still had my leather bindings.
Wait, there's something better than leather?
Indeed.
What's better than leather?
For example,
And how
these
do I know?
chains.
Oh,
You
wait,
should,
that.
you should go and make her a chain.
I'll go do that right now.
The lady that we have that makes them very, very durable.
Oh, lovely. Yes, please.
And they are quite cheap to make.
Are they? Just let me know. I'll pay you back.
I am sure we are covered when it comes to steel bars.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're most welcome. I believe there are other variants. They are more ethereal and they can be extremely durable.
I don't know. Those are like just over half as durable as the other one.
I see.
So those chains are pretty tootin' good.
Very
Wonderful.
nice.
That is great to know. But fixing the other ones quite a bit, especially as much as I have to go and find them.
Just
And then I didn't know about the elevator that goes from, the Vangal camp right up to us. I've been going way around, and someone showed me that way, and I'm like, you're kidding me. So yes,
I think that one's new. So, because I definitely wasn't here when I first went down that way.
it's definitely helpful. That's for sure.
Very.
Indeed. Thankfully, we are covered when it comes to workers. Finally.
We are not. We are still working on that.
I see. What is it that you need specifically?
Oh my god, what don't we need is probably the easier way of doing it.
I see.
I think you've got an alchemist, a worker. Well, no, I think we have 2 workers and a taskmaster, as far as I know. I think that was it. We still need almost everything, basically. Oh, we have a horticulturist as well. I think that's the other one we have. That's it.
I see. I'll keep it in mind.
Everything
and
else, yeah.
if I see anything that you could use, I will definitely bring it over. And if we ever see each other again, I will keep it in our reserves.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. See, I heard about a lot of the ones in the Unnamed City, and those were the ones I knew quite well from the maps that people had shown me. And so now, with that being, Blood Mage territory, it's kind of kerfuffled me a bit, and I have to learn some new ones that I was not aware of. So it's a pain.
Indeed. And as you said,
Especially,
it is quite risky to venture to the Unnamed City. So
I'm not. So I'm not ready to run into them yet. What am I looking at?
I found out something really neat last night.
What'd you find out?
I found out that our houses are very close together, and if I can, I may have to put an elevator behind my house, but if I do that, then I can get to your place really fast without having to take any portals or anything.
Oh, lovely. I tried to find the dark woods, and instead the top of the passage. So that was quite deadly. Never doing that again.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good thing.
No, Pan and I sat on top of a rock in pure dark while they paced around us until it was daytime. It was terrifying. Big old black crocodile and two Anubis-looking things and some other rabid dog that liked to fart and then something else.
careful about black rhinos, especially. They.
Oh, the black
Oh, the
croc?
mammoths are pretty nasty too.
He
Yeah,
hit hell, and that hurt like hell.
all of those black creatures are pretty nasty.
Yes.
Pinned to a rock by one of the mammoths one time, and I barely made it out.
Oh my.
Oh
I just
boy.
got lucky.
Yeah. So
The
I was
ground is a big problem.
mm-hmm.
More than like all of the scourge creatures combined.
The ground is
Gravity
my enemy.
is a motherfucker.
Yes,
No.
it is.
On a rabbit. On a rabbit,
Ah,
deadly. I can take a fall quite good, being with the wings and all. But the minute I hop on my rabbit, forget it. He falls.
Yeah.
He does a jump. It's normal jump, and all of a sudden I'm hopping off with like half health. It's like, my god. It's kind of funny. I get injured more by a rabbit than I do myself.
mm.
I
Yeah.
don't ride my rabbit. He just kind of sits there in the corner.
Oh, I ride my rabbit.
I learned the hard way that rabbits are only good for eating.
Mm.
Poor Lyra.
Lyra didn't get a chance to live very long. We took
No.
Lyra into the passage like an idiot. And poor Lyra decided to go to the top of the passage with the rest of the creatures, and Lyra didn't make it out.
No.
Oh dear.
Yes,
Yeah.
that by the time they found Lyra was no more.
That's when I learned that rabbits are only good for eating.
Mm.
Yeah, I figured out that don't if you bring your horse or your mount or whatever to the passage, do not put them inside the passage. Put them outside of the passage,
Oh yes,
Yes,
they tend to
that-
end up very
that's what
high,
we realized.
don't they?
or they end up on top of the passage.
Yes.
On top of the passage with two Anubis-looking creatures and the crocodiles and all the other massively nasty stuff. And poor
Mhm.
Lyra got the brunt of it all.
Also, a friendly public service announcement. Don't
Yes.
don't keep your mounts or trolls near to plague meteors whenever you try to mine them.
Oh dear. No.
I know it's a mistake to take one into the volcano with you because, yeah, they like to bounce around a lot, and there's lots of lava they can fall into.
Oh my.
Indeed.
Damnedest thing happened earlier.
What was
I
that?
haven't been there yet. I have to go.
That plague meteor, and two of them fell into the earth.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
what?
Not gonna be near those, sadly. Gonna have to. Well, Dusk likes going in there. I guess Dusk can do it. I'm just.
Ananias and I, we went in there, we blew it up. I was gonna be like the bait, like, rah, come get me, you ugly bastards, whatever.
Right.
I did that after I blew up the 3 plague meteors or whatever.
Oh,
And,
sorry. Bad dog.
Good practice.
He's new to that.
Yeah. Turned around, and I saw Ananias like, where'd the other 2 go? irritate him.
Oh dear. Yeah, that happens. I think I've heard tales.
I hear tales too. I have a dog and it walks around and tail bops everything.
It's great when dogs' tails knock cups off of tables.
Oh man, I used to have this one dog, and her tail was like a weapon of destruction. It just she'd knock everything off of tables. It's so bad.
Yep.
You take great pride in that, you know.
I'm
I can
As you
imagine.
should.
They walk up to you to, get some pets, and then your
Yeah.
drink is on the floor.
That's all you have to do to get pets?
She
Oh
also
dear.
she also used to kick me in the head when she was sleeping because she'd do that running thing that they do sometimes.
Oh, that's the spot. Oh, thank you.
You act like I never pet you, please.
Well, not enough. Oh, right in the ear. Yeah. Oh, that was good.
You just give them a good, good scrap.
It's a little strange having the dog, be like, oh yeah, but
What? No, you know they all say it. They just don't have
Yep.
the abilities that
Mhm.
I have.
Yeah.
Some don't.
I can tell, by the tail wag is usually the, oh yeah, that's good, but, having it actually be vocalized is
Yeah,
a little strange.
the subtle tail wag is is good enough of an indicator that you're doing a good job as a person who
This
pets.
spot right here,
Oh,
where the ribs in the back meet. Get that sometimes like this. You just give a little grab like that and scratch that spot. So you can see scratch. My dog's lip will actually curl up, like straight up.
There goes the kick.
Oh, yep, there it is.
Oh.
I think one of my favorite things about having a dog was them like laying across the room on the floor, like on their side, and like you call their name and their leg starts thwapping the ground. Just thwap, thwap, thwap.
yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever seen a dog having a great dream about chasing something down?
And all of a sudden his legs start kicking to the point where he kicks you off the
Yeah.
bed.
Or they
And they're
kick
going-
you in the head like mine used to do.
It's like not a real bark, but it's more like a woof.
Don't you whine.
We're talking about how much we love dogs.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Mm-hmm. If you can tell tales, I can tell tales as well.
Tall tales?
No. Past
Honest-
memories.
I
He
think
embarrassed me. It's
you're-
my turn to embarrass him.
I think all the shifters that are like wolf, fox, or dog
Mhm.
should all live like at the broken shield,
Why is that?
because on the map it's K9.
Oh my goodness. Really?
Did you know Teddy's a pixie?
Oh, you did not.
He's half orc, half pixie.
You
Did you say orc?
Uh-huh. You called
Really
me a shifter.
close.
You called me a shifter.
No, I didn't. I said I think all shifters and canines, wolves and foxes and dogs should all live at the broken shield because it's at K9.
Oh, that was bad.
No boy.
That's what I said.
No.
But then again, when does a cat say moo like a cow?
Hmm?
When does a cat moo like a cow?
When it's learning a new language, duh.
Right, meow.
Right, yeah.
Oh dear. Starting with the corny jokes again. He does not seem amused. You're not amused, Doc.
No, I was just trying to see if our ceiling is sturdy enough. Looks in tip-top shape.
It wasn't that
Question
was
my
better.
craftsman.
I think he did.
Oh,
I think you should kick his ass.
I think he's worried that I'm gonna bring down the house.
No.
Please don't bring down my house.
Would you bring down the house?
With ruckus laughter because of awesome jokes
Oh.
by me and Teddy.
Oh my.
Don't encourage me. I'm terrible.
Here we go.
I still can't remember what that one you told before the mooing thing was, but it was pretty good.
I just said it.
Mhm.
No, the one before that.
What one before that? That was the one.
No, he told one that night before he told the one about the cat mooing. And I don't remember what it was, but it was really good.
Don't remember that one. Just knew about the cat one.
Do you know the difference between a good joke and a bad joke? Timing. Did I say that right?
Mhm. That's perfect.
I don't get it. Oh dear, you've done so bad that Alina wants to set herself on fire? What's going on?
A dog,
My
I
God.
think you need
I
to
think
have a
I-
talk with her.
No! Why?
I thought I made a mistake. I did not make a mistake. It's fine.
Alright. Walking into a fire usually is a mistake, unless you can fire resistant, I guess.
Yeah, got me
Unless you're
worried.
like that
There
one
is-
guy that talks about being a fire elf and wants to burn everything. He's very into fire. That's all he talks about.
I
Try this
can't
side.
do that. You can totally dance on.
Oh my.
Oh no.
There goes Teddy.
See, that's why we put the grates up there, so people can't climb into, our chimney.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck
But
getting
there
out.
is a problem. You have a small problem.
What is that?
Not a problem.
Yeah.
It's a ford. The smoke comes out of it.
No,
I'm pretty sure the word forward and problem mean the same thing.
You would not be wrong about that.
What's the problem? That you got so stuck.
maybe.
Mm-hmm.
They good at getting out of puzzles. I love these.
I'm guessing you have fire retardant on you or something.
Did you just call me something rude?
Hard? I
I heard it.
did not. What is retardant?
You called him fire retarded.
Oh boy.
I'm so lost.
That's a bad word. You shouldn't use the R word.
Is that what it's called?
No, he's not fire retarded.
I do another psycho-terrorist thing.
So,
What?
as a person who knows some people with some sticky fingers, this word is accessible.
That
With pores in it.
Yes, there are some.
I would think that the realm would have issues with something like that.
I don't know.
And
I think the
will be-
realm
No,
has
no, no.
a whole guild full of people. that
But
have
you
sticky
understand
fingers.
that it's not a problem. And if it is a problem, it'll be more than just me who has
Mhm.
distribution.
Because who's walking into a fire knowingly?
This guy.
Well, that's only because she just showed it, and you shouldn't be doing it because, well,
Is it
fire
time?
burnt.
Look, how else am I gonna be able to portray this persona of being a super badass if I can't do what I see other people do? Gotta look awesome.
Just because you want to be a super badass doesn't mean that you're immortal or impervious to damage. As a super badass, you
I
have
know that.
responsibility to protect yourself at all times.
And
I
stepping
just
into a
happen
fire,
to
knowing.
keep a lot of stew and this and potions.
Well, people die even when they have stew, potions, and a healer on their side. Don't take any unnecessary risks.
Usually.
There is no cure for death, after all.
I would say keep your eyes open. A group of people went by our place the other day and talked about casing the place. They didn't realise I was inside and could hear them.
Casing?
Case the place is the way they put it, which sounded
Talk
very
about a case study.
shady.
You mean like place a building around it? To encase it?
Well, as what I understand, the human language, thievery is usually when they're planning jobs.
I see.
Case the place is a technical term, so I've been informed.
So they were planning a heist. Well, that's unfortunate.
Evidently. I did recognize one voice, Drava.
I see.
The rest of them I don't know. Didn't recognize any of the voices. I'm still listening, trying to remember if I recognize anyone, but did know Drava, since I had met him earlier that day, and then also again that afternoon. After. So just keep your eyes open because, well, you're my neighbours. So if they were casing mine, I wouldn't put it past that they did the same as yours.
I see. Well, I dare them to try because we have a specialist of our own.
We don't.
And he wouldn't take kindly to anyone breaking into his establishment.
Makes sense.
This place is fairly impervious to window snatchers and like.
That's good to know.
I don't
Might
know.
need to ask
All I
if
heard was
your,
sticky
your,
fingers, and they sound
your
delicious.
knowledgeable person could maybe take a look at ours and let us know if we need to do any changes. Maybe
I can definitely do that.
would love that, especially since they were actively looking at our place.
That would be very kind of you, Miss Alina.
You'll notice that there aren't any actual windows, just glass pane.
Probably a real pain to put.
Oh my goodness.
Stop
Go
it.
ahead.
I present the lady my butt from the kitchen.
Oh my goodness. I know
You
the
know- I built this place, well, most of it, and I keep forgetting that there's a balcony on the front. Like, I see it from the outside, but I keep forgetting that I can actually get up there. Like, there's an actual door.
At least you can see it.
Yeah.
I usually don't look that high up.
I'm gonna be rude and try and see if I can climb without falling.
oh dear.
It's okay.
Do this.
I don't mind.
can do this.
See, I would have fell by now. I'm not
Yeah,
good at taking the
pretty-
turn.
Wow.
Nice view, right?
Yeah.
Like, the
would-
view of my house is really nice.
I can't see from
I can see the entrance to the portal from here.
That's actually how I know which direction to go, is I can see the top of the ruins.
Yeah, I live right over the hill from there, and I still will take the wrong direction every day.
You know, I
I'm gonna
almost
eventually
run.
learn.
I almost run directly into your guys' like little encampment every time I go to the portal.
I did it just today. That's how I
Feel
met
free
them.
to say hi.
Well, I mean, it's
Anytime.
a good way to attract visitors, right? Because they have to come through there.
Indeed.
Well, the bad part is a lot of people go right by and don't even see us, even though they walk literally right by us.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like,
found
oh,
this place on
when
one of
did
the
this
first
place get here?
days here. Just by
Actually, you
going
guys should-
between the castle and the cleric place.
We should what?
You should come see the view from my house.
Okay.
Ah,
It's beautiful indeed.
gotta wait for another good winter storm. Put on some planks, strap to your feet, and jump down the hill.
Dragon.
I was gonna say, sounded like he's flapping by.
The question is, what is he dragging?
Pan, really?
I think he flies too fast.
I mean, it's a nice try, but also, you do hit him. He turns around. Do you think that's gonna go
My
well?
house down.
Well, I would get you more rocks to build your house. And I'm sure with all of us, the dragon would be delicious.
I'm thinking dragon wins. Just thinking.
Ooh, can this
Yeah, I'm
be
pretty
sweet
sure
and
he could
spicy?
sit like just in this general area and squish everything.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
Really big.
Huge. Like, absolutely.
Girl, you huge.
Like, look at how big you are compared to me. Right? It's like 4 times my size. Well, probably more than that. And 20 times. Meaning of you.
Like,
20
so like
Just
me to the
one of you.
house.
if you were a small pebble on the ground,
Mhm.
workshop would be the size of the dragon.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it. Yes.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
more meat to go around. Just don't get sit on.
Oh, Pan.
Right.
Maybe not try to pick
Mm.
a fight with the dragon in the land. Maybe.
Okay.
And if you do, not near a house
Yes.
Or horses.
Okay.
or
Yes.
horses.
Yes, I
But
know. But it,
wouldn't horses be good bait?
well, it's not worth it, trust me.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't go well for the
It's
horse.
like portal etiquette. That dragon's lived here way longer than we have. We need to respect it.
I had a favorite horse in my. I killed that dragon's whole family.
I wonder if the king invited invited the dragon, for a royal audience. If the dragon was forced to wear a proper dress,
I don't think he would want him there.
probably
He'd
not.
try to force it to be a human. Oh well, I don't know if he forced it. I don't think he knew any better. Like I said, I think I'd like to have an audience with him and discuss Fae life, and the way we are, because the way we were addressed to get the pets and the animals out was a bit well, rude.
I see. Well, you should definitely do that.
I think so. And he told me who brought the cat. And I'm like, nobody. She came of her own free will. Acted like I had some kind of control over her. And then the skeleton thing, no, that was just preposterous.
Indeed.
Oh, for you
Well.
that didn't know, that the king's guard told the skeleton he had to have a thing around his waist and be decent clothed. He didn't have anything to clothe, but He had to put clothes on.
Seems
They
like
just seem
wearing clothes
redundant.
hard for a skeleton.
I mean, it's kind of pointless. He didn't have anything to clothe. There was nothing there.
Well, if I hadn't been told to, I would go without.
Yeah?
They just get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I felt bad for him. I considered maybe I should find this guy and offer him a drink, but then I realized that I'd have to give him a mop too.
Hmm.
No, just a bucket.
Oh, dear. Well, he lives
He
with
can't hold his
bad
liquor.
people, so I don't know if I would do that anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I just have to keep my eyes on him. Also, keep an eye out for Floss.
I need to go do some science.
Oh.
Some science.
Yeah.
I should also be on my way. I feel quite tired. It's
Yep,
been a long
I
day.
need to go see Erica, and then I need to get more spells stuff.
Okay.
As I said to Katinka,
Hey,
thank you so much for
pass
coming
out.
over.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Thank you
Ed,
for having
I
us.
definitely want to have an appointment, maybe to discuss some.
I can't wait.
See if maybe you can fix it. I don't know.
I'll do my best.
It was a
No.
pleasure to meet you.
Yes, it was absolutely a pleasure.
Yes,
Definitely
nice
feel
meeting
free
you
to
both.
stop by anytime since you come through our place by accident anyways.
It seems to be
I'll
inevitable.
definitely come and try and break it. Mm-hmm.
All right. Yes. Please let me know
And
if
she
there's
means that in
anything
the
we need.
nicest way possible.
I'm not interested in your stuff. I have my own stuff.
Kind of
You
figured.
guys can always come and visit me at the Dragon's Mouth on the Dragon's Spine Ridge.
That's really far away.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's in the
And yet
mountains,
I'm
isn't it?
In a house
really
that
don't know
does
that.
not look
Eventually
like a boat that has been eaten by a giant and pooped back out.
Yeah.
Eventually you'll have to show me how to get there. I have no idea what that is.
Oh. Yeah, it's cold, so you have to make sure you've got some spicy food or something.
All right.
All right, well, I'm gonna go and pass out somewhere.
And I am gonna go do elevator science.
Alright. Safe
Oh,
travels.
that's done.
Uh,
Alright.
Thank you for having us.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for coming over.
Bye.
Let's go, Pen.
Are you going to sleep?
Unless you want to do something. But yeah, I feel quite tired.
No, I was going to go and meditate for a little while.
Very well. You go do that. Meditation is healthy. I approve.